2015, and this is a sort of an experiment. I'm doing a lot of experiments these days. One of the main experiments, which is taking a lot of my time, is this project Hotu365, broadcasting one episode each day during 2016, apart from the leap year day, of the history of the universe. And to prepare and broadcast those is taking a long time. However, yesterday I recorded my first episode and the whole experience has been hugely educational. I have also prepared the presentations using PowerPoint, very revolutionary, for the next 3 days. So that takes a little bit of the stress off me because I know that I've got something in the bank. So you can follow me on Twitter at Hotu365. Now Twitter is a thing whereby people discover you because you follow them. So I'm now following, at the moment, 234 people. And of those, 28 have decided to follow me back, and probably that's not because of what I'm doing, but just because they follow anybody who follows them. So 28 followers. Of those, how many are going to watch R2365? Probably nobody. So how I market this thing is another question. I have to think about that on the 1st of January when the thing starts to broadcast and nobody watches it. So this is an experiment, as I say, and the whole thing is a learning experience about recording and broadcasting videos. So I imagined originally that I would live broadcast the thing onto YouTube, which is what's happening with this current broadcast, in fact. So this is an experiment. But I found yesterday that it was much better to record short episodes. So I talk through each of the slides, which takes a minute for each slide or so. And then I can again, there's less stress, less pressure. If I make a mistake, I can do it again. And then I need to edit these individual sections to stitch them together into a single broadcast. So I'm recording, and I originally used an encoder called XSplit. I knew nothing about encoding when I started. I found that XSplit was not any good for me. First of all, you had to pay if you wanted any more facilities. I thought the free version would work, but in fact I couldn't get a high resolution image out of it, probably through ignorance. And the other restrictions meant that it wasn't ideal. I finally found another system called Open Broadcaster software, which is what I'm now using, which is free, which has no restrictions. It's not quite as good, it's not quite as easy to use as XSplit, but it's good enough. So that's now being used right at this second. So I'm now using, as I say, I'm now using PowerPoint, and in order to avoid the clicks of the mouse, normally with PowerPoint you click a mouse or you click a remote control. I don't want the noise of that while I'm recording this, so I'm just using the arrow keys on the keyboard to move from line to line, slide to slide. And when you get to the bottom of a slide, the arrow keys don't work. You can go back. I think what's happened is that this slide has got a lot of blank lines at the bottom. That's why clicking it appears to do nothing. Anyway, minor detail. Editing video. For some years now I have used Vegas Studio, which is almost a professional quality editor, and it cost me something like $20 to buy a DVD because I bought an old version. I think I've got version 11. I'm now using Windows 10, and I don't know if that's the reason or what, but when I'm recording with OBS, Vegas can't hear the sound of the MP3, and it also, I think it couldn't also hear it when I was recording with XSplit. So I'm not able to use Vegas Studio, so I've had to buy a different editor, Video Pad. That cost me $35, I think, roughly. So it was more expensive, and it's less powerful than Vegas. So it took a little time to learn, for example, how to fade between video clips, which with Vegas is trivially easy. I think it took 2 hours for me to figure out how to do it yesterday. So when I finish this broadcast, I will then try and record and edit the second episode of the History of the Universe. Thank you for watching. Now let's see what happens with this broadcast. Stop streaming.